Ryan Little.
Yo, hold on. I hear Nabby, bruh. Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Gally Law. You know what I'm saying? And what we got going on today, man? Today I kind of want to talk about, obviously it's spring, you know, the sun coming out. Sun came up. Yeah, I kind of want to talk about some must-need spring essentials, at least for me, from your boy Gally. You know, nothing too crazy, something light. Yeah, but before we go ahead and get into the video, if you guys don't mind, go ahead and hit the like button, sharing, subscribing, hit the noti bell, getting the algorithms booming. Y'all know how that go. If you guys also would like to follow me on IGs, Twitter, Twitch, keep in touch with me like right there. Go ahead and do so. I'm going to leave everything in the description below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video, man. So for starters, obviously, man, so spring is all about light, cool colors, you know, kind of complementing the greenery and the freshly blooming plants and trees all around you. So, you know, the sun is out, so you don't want to be out here seeing with dark fabrics, just because the sun and the heat tends to get absorbed more in those type of fabrics. You know, obviously you guys knew that. Bill Nye, the science guy. But yeah, that's kind of like the main focus for spring, at least from my point of view. Me personally, like, I don't know how I feel about the spring season, just because it's a mix between cold and the hot. You know, in the morning it'll be cold, and then towards the afternoon that's when you tend to experience more of that heat. So, but as the day progresses into the evening, that's when it gets a little cooler. So that's why I find it kind of not hard per se, because I really don't have a hard time really dressing up in the spring. I'm just saying overall it's a little more tricky than it is while in the winter or in the summer, if that makes sense. But yeah, going ahead and starting with the first item in my list, it is going to be tank tops. I feel like tank tops are an essential for me, as far as being able to lightly layer that up with a nice lightweight jacket, a zip-up hoodie, or even something like a cardigan, which I'm going to get into afterwards. But tank top, especially nowadays, that most of them have a cool, unique design or something that's low-key, but I feel like it's definitely a nice piece to have, and obviously it's a super light piece, so you're not going to be drenched in sweat while wearing it. So yeah, for starters, I think tank tops is an essential, at least for me, when I'm looking towards building my outfit in the spring season. So carrying off of that is standard tees and graphic tees. Obviously, no surprise here. From standard tees, you could go from your H&M route, PacSun route. I feel like PacSun has more graphics, if anything, but one premium place that I feel like has great tees and a great collection of tees is Uniqlo. I feel like Uniqlo offers quality behind each of their pieces, and it also offers a variety of colorways, which is definitely a plus. And you also cannot forget about vintage tees. You know, you can't go wrong with a nice vintage tee to really make your outfit pop out just a bit more. Next, I want to go ahead and talk about collared shirts, preferably short sleeve, but you could still find some that are long sleeve, but preferably the short sleeve ones. By these, I mean like the new age sort of polo looking shirts. Kind of offer like a cropness to it, a cool boxy fit to it, while maintaining that professional polo look that kind of gives you a step up from, you know, a standard tee or anything else in that realm, if that makes sense. So yeah, a nice collared shirt I feel like is definitely essential, especially if you are, you know, looking to go to any fancier places or whatnot. I actually have some examples. It is this boxy shirt from Vail. As you can see, it has a nice graphic in the front. Colors aren't too loud, very breathable, very lightweight. It's cropped, offers that boxy fit to it, and it has that standard polo look to it. Another great example of that is this sort of like this bowling shirt from Wanted Apparel. As you can see, it's very spring vibes just from the brown. Offers very cool graphics on the front of the tee, on the front of the shirt, I'm sorry, nothing in the back. Silky material, so definitely much more, you know, fancier, but you could definitely step up your game with something like this, and it's a great all-around shirt to have in the wardrobe, just to, you know, mix things up a bit, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it for the light layering pieces as far as the tops. Okay, moving on to something a little bit more heavier weight, you can say, you know. So starting off with crew necks, I feel like there's a limitless amount of crew necks anywhere and everywhere. So yeah, I feel like a nice crew neck is a great piece, a great essential piece to have in a rotation constantly in the spring season, because it's gonna offer you a nice solid mid-point range as far as heaviness to it. It's still very breathable. It's very fitting to the season and fitting with most clothing. By that I mean like you could match it with baggy pants, sweatpants, jeans, vintage jeans, raw denim. So it's a very versatile piece you can have in the dro. Moving on from crew necks, I want to go ahead and talk about cardigans. I feel like cardigans is a no-brainer. I haven't seen too many cardigans nowadays. I don't think it's as popular as it was before. Bring back the cardigans now. But me myself, I'm liking in both crew necks and cardigans. I definitely gotta up my game on that. I owned a couple pair of cardigans before, but for me personally, I feel like, I don't know, like cardigans are cool, but at the same time, I don't see myself gravitated towards them, if that makes sense. But as far as for a spring essential, I definitely think it's a great rotation piece to have. And the reason I put it under essentials is because it's comfortable, it's very breathable. And at the end of the day, for those days that do get a little bit more chilly, it does offer you that protection that you need for those chillier, windier nights. So yeah, cardigans are definitely a great option. Now moving on to something a little bit more heavier, definitely a little bit more heavy, is light jackets and bombers. Light zip-up hoodies, Eisenhowers. I feel like Eisenhowers are definitely breathable. Bombers, depending on which bombers you get, are definitely still breathable. I just love the overall look of bombers, and Eisenhowers. Bombers especially now have, I feel like, had like a crazy resurgence lately. I've just been seeing so many. Most of them are a little more oversized and puffy, which isn't going to help during those sunnier days, but with a nice layering piece such as a tank top or a graphic tee, it's just a great overall look. So you really can't go wrong with that, in my opinion. That's why I feel like it's an essential, and it's also very comfortable in my opinion, as long as you're not drenched in sweat. But you got to pick and choose those days where you could go out with a bomber or like an Eisenhower, and the days you can't, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I'm definitely gonna pop out with a couple. I'm definitely still in the market for them, at least until summer comes, and that's wraps. So okay, so moving on, that kind of does it for like the top section. Now moving on to the bottom. So for the bottoms, let's go ahead and get started with it, man. I never imagined this clothing piece was ever gonna come back into my rotation and into my wardrobe in general. I never thought I was ever even gonna talk about this, and it's jorts. Not just regular jorts, super like skinny jorts. No, we're talking about the overly kind of baggy, elongated shorts, kind of go below the knee instead of above. I don't know what it is about those shorts right now. They just hard, man. Like I see them a lot in sort of inspirations around Instagram, and just the look of it kind of inspires me from what I got myself. Yeah, jorts and elongated shorts in general. Like I saw some parachute short concept from Jaded London recently. They had different colors from brown to khaki to off-white. My point is that it was so versatile, and I actually got the brown ones. The thing that really did it for me was the fact that I felt very comfortable and free with them. Like I felt like I could walk into any room and just be chilled, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't feel like I'm forced. It being so free on my leg, I absolutely love. So yeah, definitely an essential for me. Shorts and elongated shorts in general for me are definitely 2 thumbs up and a go for me. Staying on the same topic of sort of like that parachute talk is parachute pants. No surprise here, parachute pants have been going crazy all last year, and I feel like they are definitely here to stay. They're not just lightweight, they offer all types of color palettes. They match with a lot of stuff, and that baggy sort of silhouette is what's popping right now. A lot of different major designers are implementing that into collections, and yeah, man, I can't be mad at it. It works and it looks great. I just got a pair of parachute pants from Jaded London. I'm definitely in the market for some more parachute pants, or just oversized cargo pants. Indeed. Next, I feel like this is a little bit more heavier, raw denim and just vintage rework denim in general. I feel like everybody should have at least one pair of raw denim. You could rock those any time of the season. Great look, great fit, vintage and rework denim. I mean, like from the distressing to the overall fit to the vintage wash to the bottom opening, which hopefully is not too wide, but if you like it too wide, then hey, go ahead, man. But yeah, man, a great rework vintage pair of jeans, you just can't go wrong, man. A good pair of Levi's 501s or whatever those are, man. I always forget the number, but yeah, man, it's always great to have that one piece, that one pair of denim that could just go with a nice graphic tee with a nice layered up bomber or Eisenhower or anything you want, and you know, you'll be out the doors looking super jiggy, super swaggy. So yeah, definitely raw denim and vintage denim in general are the way to go, and a great essential piece for the spring, at least for me. Okay, moving to the actual like on foot section of the video. I want to go over some things that I'm just wearing, you know what I'm saying? So personally, me, I'm wearing clogs, Birkenstock clogs still. Yes, I've actually broken them in. I'm not gonna lie, they're actually falling apart from like the bottom heel, but they're still doing their job. Adidas Sambas have been doing the tricks for me. They're not as comfortable as far as like me walking for long periods of time or me having to stand somewhere. So that's my only thing with Adidas Sambas and clogs. I'm still rocking boots, that being hiking boots or, you know, just military boots or things of that nature. But one thing that I really do want to get into, that I've taken inspiration from a lot of different people from social media or, you know, just YouTube, is loafers. Chunky loafers, like the Prada ones. I know Zara has some knockoff chunky loafers, low-key replicating those Prada ones, and I'm not gonna lie, they mesh very well with the whole spring season in general. Like, you could put them on with a crew neck, with some shorts, with a bomber, with a collared shirt, some vintage jeans, some oversized pants. You say, and those chunky loafers are definitely gonna do the job, and it definitely gives you that offsetting piece that kind of tends to bring the whole outfit together. So yeah, chunky loafers are definitely a goal for me and something I'm going to invest in soon. So whenever I get that pair of Zara joints, definitely gonna come in for like a review or something. You're definitely gonna see it on the gram, because them joints are definitely a must in the spring and in general for me. So yeah. Okay, finally moving on to accessories. So first of all, I feel like, you know, I've always been talking about these. I feel like bags in general, totes, are a great accessory piece, not just for convenience, but because it just overall just gives you a great look, and it kind of offsets your whole outfit as well and kind of puts it all together. That being a over the chest one, a purse one of those really small ones that kind of like to hold the camera, even if it's not providing a use for you at the time, like actually carrying something is definitely a great aesthetic to have as a whole. And it's not, I don't feel like it really is doing too much at the end of the day. So moving on to glasses. I feel like having a great pair of glasses, a great set of glasses can really benefit anybody, to be honest. Me, I got a couple. I want a lot more. Great statement piece, and it's a great accessory that only adds to the drip. You can't go wrong with a pair of glasses. Sometimes you really just want to look at everybody and not feel like they looking at you. You know what I'm saying? You got the shader blockers, you got the hater blockers on. So, and lastly, man, I feel like I've been talking about these crazy but dad hats. The new look that they offer, from the distressing to the vintage vibe of it to the wash of it, just everything that dad hats had to offer nowadays complement a lot of the style that's going on now. So I feel like a good dad hat is a great piece to have, a great accessory to have, and not just only dad hats, but fitteds as well as truckers. I feel like truckers aren't as, truckers are always going to be popular in my opinion, just because there's limitless amount of ideas that you could put on truckers. It's a very breathable material. However you really style it, I feel like truckers are a great look and a great style to have in general. But yeah, fitteds, recently I saw actually Bad Bunny with a fitted. He was doing like a carpool karaoke type vibe, and he had this, I think it was a brown fitted, and it had all these legendary Pokemon on the outside of the back part of the hat. And you know, nowadays you got a whole lot of different designs on fitteds. So yeah, dad hats, the new overall aesthetic to them, I like them. The fitteds, all the different designs and the graphics added to them offer a great distinct look to them that adds to the outfit and is a great accessory to have. And you know, obviously truckers are, I feel like, a no-brainer as well. Definitely all these, when you're having a bad hair day, you could always throw these on. All these are great accessories to have and great essential pieces to look for and have in a rotation in the spring season. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. Thank you so much if you guys went ahead and stayed to the end of the video. I'm gonna go ahead and thank you guys for all the support. I'm super excited for what's to come. I definitely need to get on my grind. I always say that, but I definitely need to get on my grind. If anything, if I don't post in a week and I know I'm not gonna be able to, or I just, you know, like I just don't got nothing to talk about or show, I'm just gonna live stream, bro, and I get to interact with you guys. So if I don't post, then I'm definitely gonna get on the stream with you guys, chat with you guys if y'all want, you know what I'm saying? If y'all join, I don't got to. Yeah, man, road to 1,000, bro. And yeah, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love you to death, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.